as a government, how do you want anybody to be comfortable that the government, federal government, is sending emissaries to terrorists, dining and whining with them? Then they are giving conditions.
There are even videos of some politicians sharing money to this terrorists.
I am telling you, for what purpose, Esther? For what purpose? And this has emboldened these boys to continue with what they are doing. Like I confronted the Gumi this morning. When you were going into the forest and telling us that
guys are your brothers. They are warriors.
They are their boys. Anybody that attack them will not vote for that person. They are our boys. You know that if we don't listen to their demand, there will be no peace in Nigeria. When you were going into the forest, into the bush, and was, you know, upbeat about it, what are you thinking? Now that the thing has come to this level, you are looking for somebody to blame.
But
blame yourself.
There are also concerns that even the Arewa influencers, the Arewa politicians, even the Sultan, whenever these religious extremists carry out most of these heinous crimes, they don't come out to speak out. They keep quiet. And all of them are now speaking out now.
I am telling you, because because look, Esther told you that what happened in 1967 will not happen in 2025. If they should start this religious war, you don't need anybody to tell you how long it will take and how it will end. With the interest of America. In fact, the Christians don't need to invade America. They will come themselves to defend them.
America cannot invade a nation without the nation permitting them.
Listen very
it's not
well.
possible.
Esther, listen very well. Leave that thing.
Why do you say
they
that
did it in Afghanistan? They did it in Vietnam. Forget that thing.
You're saying they can do it without the country knowing.
The difference here is that in this particular case now, it's a religious war. Because it is the Christians that are being murdered.
Okay, based on how the US is tagging it.
Yes, that the Christians. So if they are coming to the, would you like to give support to somebody who want to help you? Afghanistan and the Vietnam, like that man was saying in the morning, they are different cases. Their own was ideological war.
No, but Barry said my crux here is how this thing happened, and instead of the supporters of the government, which I know they are doing their job, to say, okay, I think this is a clarion call for the government to look into the insecurity in the country. They are tagging Igbos, they are tagging IPOB, they are calling Peter Obi, they are calling Atiku Abubakar, and the context is these are Nigerian youth who are supposedly meant to be quite intelligent and exposed. Unfortunately, the expression is quite disappointing.
They have stopped their head. They have stopped it with Naira. Naira is in their head.
Do you think so?
Yes. You think they are doing it for nothing? Hold on. Would they be doing all this for nothing? They have stopped their head with Naira. That's why I've already told you. When you see all these people saying all these things, go and look at the news behind the news. That's why in fact, I've said it here. The whole world cannot persuade me otherwise if I'm right in what I'm saying.
But in what context for them, those people come in? Because there is a Barrister Darlington. There is an issue. There is insecurity in this country. Barrister, from this year, you saw the blatant murdering of residents in Plateau State. Remember Mango? Remember Bokos? In fact, more than literally, they came simultaneously 2 different times. And the president was called on, and what the president said to the governor was, go and solve it. The situation of Benue, I'm even talking about the ones that are quite recent, that happened in a wholesome manner. It was the Pope, the new inaugurated Pope in Rome, who had to say, please pray for our Christian brothers and sisters in Benue who were murdered in their sleep, before the president decided to come to the state to address it. Barrister Darlington, on several occasions we will read on this platform, on the news, killings that took place. The NSA, the chief of army staff, the chief of defense staff, the Nigerian police, no person or aide of the presidency comes to show a means of empathy and say, we are working to ensure that, assiduously working to ensure this doesn't continue. There is a lack of commitment, there is complacency, literal lack of empathy in what is going on. And then what is obviously happening is being stated by Trump, and it now feels like because people are saying this is the truth, you now seem to be against your country.
No, you see, Esther, look at what's going on here. As I talk to you now, some Benue and Plateau villages are being occupied by the terrorists. They have even renamed it. Esther, imagine you are here in Lagos and you are hearing that your ancestral home in the village is being occupied by people from nowhere, and you have a federal government that swore to protect you and your property, and they are doing nothing. Esther, they are doing nothing. And I have asked you here again, mention one of those Fulani states in the north or Muslim states in the north that are being occupied in such a manner that they are doing in Plateau.
On Sunday night, terrorists attacked Igbonla community in Irepodun local government area, Kwara State. They abducted several residents during a late night raid just on Sunday night. Although we have heard about some purposeful effort from our security agencies ever since the president changed the service chiefs in Kogi State, they've been able to crack down kidnappers, then rescued 2 of those who were abducted. But we are still experiencing the onslaught. The NSA has decided to brief the media concerning this. Do you think the NSA is coming out too late?
Nothing. This is our fire brigade approach. Esther, leave that thing. This is fire brigade approach. Let them start by dislodging these people in Benue and Plateau villages. Let them start from there. Esther, let them start from there. Those are people's homes, and the owners of those homes are in IDP camp. So what are you fighting? What are you deceiving yourself for? Because Donald Trump spoke, Abi. Then after a time now, they will resume again. You can see now that it's quiet over there now. Is that not true? There is quiet. You can see the deceitful nature these people are using. Very, very deceitful. Because of this thing now, they have kept quiet for 2-3 weeks now. Imagine Benue and Plateau staying for 3 weeks without any killing. It's unheard of. Esther, is like a miracle. It's unheard of. But because of this now, look at it. And you are telling me that this is really the end. As long as those people are occupying those villages, they will strike again. Go and dislodge them. That was what the IDP promised when he was appointed. Dislodge them, especially when you have told us that they are not even from Nigeria. Why would you allow terrorists from another country to occupy Nigeria's villages? For what? How do you explain that? You open your mouth as a government and told that these people, they are not even from Nigeria. Are you serious? Look at a government that meant to protect their people. Immediately this thing happened, and Donald Trump started asking to prepare for war. Chad close their border with Nigeria without any prompting.
Yes, they did that. They said they don't want any foreign entrance.
Because already the terrorists are already panicking. They are looking for safer haven now.
Yes, they will have to leave.
That is how a leader. Oh God Almighty!
Barrister Darling, these terrorists come on motorbikes in their large numbers, invade communities. Where do they buy their petrol?
They disappear. No,
where disappear to where?
to nowhere.
Is it wrong if the government of the day decides to collaborate with the American security forces to help us rout out this guy? You recall that in 2014 thereabout, the former president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan actually decided to employ some mercenaries. There were about just 30 of them. If you had listened to the audio I played here, very few persons with their equipment in having to know where these guys are. If you also recall that the Zamfara state governor had actually mentioned that he knows the enclaves of these guys. He knows where they are. He knows how to locate them, but he would need a directive from the federal government to actually route them out. So if a governor actually knows who these guys are, where they reside, what exactly is stopping the government from engaging the governor to dictate or show them where these guys are and kill them off? Or is this a deliberate means of certain individuals to continue to profit with the innocent blood of Nigerians for their own personal pockets?
Esther, on several locations you have had our military. You have had them. They say that whenever they are getting close to these terrorists, at the last minute they will give them order to stand down. True or false?
True.
Good. That is at the battlefield, at the battlefield where they are ready to go for the kill. They will receive order. Order from above. Stay action. Esther, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? The main fact that some people, some American FBI had to come to Nigeria and arrest 11 sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. Is it not a big shame? Meanwhile, the 400 naira they gave you, you are still sitting on it up to today. Sitting on it. And you are telling me what Donald Trump is saying is not like that. Do you think they have time to listen to your rambling? Hold on. Do you think those people over there, they have time for your rambling, speaking from both sides of your mouth? Do you know the person I pity most in all these things? Is Father Kuka. He just rubbish his name by what that thing he went to go and say over there. After all the misery, after all the diplomacy, it came to nothing. Donald Trump still went ahead to do what he wanted to do. Tell me that man is wrong. Tell me. This is how they be deceiving Nigerians. Every time, no, it's not like that. Government is doing something. Then, like Mumu, all of us will go and keep quiet. Then they will resume again. What have we not done? What have they not told us, Esther? One single reason for this thing is what? Religious sentiment. That is why they pamper these boys. Nothing else. Nothing else, Esther. I have told you here that if you remove religious sentiment and tribal and ethnic sentiment from this equation, this insecurity will end today. Today. But because of mostly religious sentiment, and somebody is telling me that they have no religion. Are you serious? They have no religion and you are supporting and pampering them. Can you just imagine? Every time they will try to be clever. I don't know who they want to deceive. Is it me at this age? It can never happen. Esther, it can never happen. They have deceived us enough. I told you that, look, if you people can be as peaceful as we are over here, Nigeria will be peaceful.
Barris, a lawyer on Channels Television today, said that one of the reasons the U.S. government doesn't trust the Nigerian military is because during joint operations with American soldiers, some Nigerian soldiers were leaking intelligence.
Of course.
So if the Nigerian security apparatus and the intelligence unit is already, compromised, then what's the conscious effort that can be done by the government to tackle this head on? Because if there are certain elements who will deliberately manipulate and distort the conscious effort of the FG to rout out this guy, then what should be done? How do they clear out the moles? I remember Jirika had come out to declare that indeed there were moles within their internal security agencies, and they were really planning by doing that. One of the things they do is to give false intel, and once they give a false intel and it goes out, they know indeed one of them is actually responsible for that. But it is still going on, like how these individuals know when the Nigerian military is coming and set up traps for them, or even they know they're coming to the barracks and nobody gives the soldiers at the barracks any information, and then they are invaded. So if that is the case, if there's no conscious effort, or there are certain persons mutilating the effort of the government, then what should be done?
Esther, it means that you have to profile your military. Profile them. That's what is done anywhere in the world. If you check America, when they want to employ you they look at your social media and look at how you have been talking and how you have been behaving and all that. Look at your background. Do you have any terrorist tendency in you? Have you been doing things that will suggest that yes, you can compromise security? They don't do that over there. But here, all manner of people enter the military. Even those who cannot pronounce their name, you put them there. So with a little prodding, with a little psychological assault, they won't even know when they give us information. They won't know.
Barrister, do you think this is the time for all Nigerians to come together and work as one in ensuring that this narrative is it's quenched, it doesn't continue anymore? But it feels like division is what some certain elements in government want.
Esther, we have already come together over here in the south. That is why you see have Nigeria.
Like we have come together.
Seriously. If not for the southern people of Nigeria, especially the Igbos,
you think
where is this peace now?
Well, a couple of people feel that since the Igbos were supposedly excited with Trump, not all the Igbos,
of course, yes,
some Igbos, some Southeasterners, whom a couple of persons term as IPOB, were quite excited for what Trump said. They have tagged them as persons who do not want Nigeria's unity, don't want them to grow. They are asking the government to please give them their Biafra so they don't share nations with them.
Esther, where do you have the majority number of Christians in Nigeria today? Where? Which part of which region? That is, almost 100% Christians in Nigeria today? Is it not the Southeast? Go and check. It's the Southeast and most maybe seconded by South. We are the one holding the peace. These other people, they don't want to hear the word peace. That is why they have brought this into Nigeria. Esther, somebody who want to go and bring terrorists into Nigeria, does he want peace in that country? Nobody has answered this question ever since it started. You say you love Nigeria. You say you're a patriotic Nigeria. You say you want peace in Nigeria. You say you want development in Nigeria. And you go and bring terrorists. And you came out in the open here, in the media, on camera, and you are beating your chest, telling us, yes, how you brought them, that you told them to come, that the jihad have started in Nigeria. A Nigerian, Esther, a Nigerian. And these same people is now talking about insecurity. Can you imagine? And nobody is calling him out. They are the same people who is blaming America that want to help you. Since you cannot rein in your mad dog, somebody want to do that. Is it not the owner of a mad dog that rein the mad dog in? Since you have refused to do that, and the mad dog is eating everybody, people now want to gather and kill that mad dog so that you will not bite everybody again.
The president says, look, these things are personal. He says these things are personal.
Please, keep your personality to yourself, Mr. Okoro. Don't let me get annoyed with you now.
No, there's no point getting angry. I'm just telling you what the president said. What
I will get personal with you. What is personal about is the president of Nigeria is the public figure. President of Nigeria, there is nothing private about him again. Everything about him, we should know. We should know. We should know. That is the process.
Now, the record that they are talking about predates his ascension to office. His assumption of office.
That is the reason why. Even in that US, Mr. Okoro, in that US, whenever you aspire to sort a high office, Mr. Okoro, what do you call it now? Data processor. They will start from your childhood. They will start from your childhood when you were born. Who are your parents? What you have done and what you did not do. Is that not true? How is it that in the case of Tinubu, nobody knows where he came from? Nobody knows his parents. Nobody knows his childhood. Nobody knows the family he came from. All the things he did before, nobody knows.
No, Barrister, the things that you are mentioning now, are they really necessary? Should we know all of this about the president?
Even the Bible, the genealogy of Jesus Christ is known.
Okay.
Is that not true? That's why they call him son of David, because he came from that family.
Okay.
Even in the Bible, the genealogy of Jesus Christ.
You know why I'm asking this, and a lot of Nigerians are asking too, should this impact the government? Should it impact deliverables in government?
If you have such a person as your president, will you be comfortable with him? Are you answering me?
But a lot of Nigerians are.
No, they are not. They are being forced to accept him. That is why they will not allow anybody to do anything in Lagos State, because it will not be good for the image of Tinubu. That is why they are doing everything to force everybody to accept him and his APC. So are you not going to tell me that everybody APC now, they love Tinubu? On what ground? You mean people are that stupid? How can Nigeria in this age and time accept such a human being as our president? On what ground? Mr. Okoro, on what ground? You are fighting to hide your record. Look, whether Tinubu like it or not, he will never escape whatever record is in US. Whether in or out of office, it will come to light one day. And this thing will follow him forever and ever. He cannot run away from it. It's a question of time. Those records, they will equally be revealed when the time comes. A president of America will come who will say, "Oh, yeah, bring out everything about this man." He will reveal those records. And he will apologize to Nigerians at the end of the day. Because this is an embarrassment to all of us. Remember when the certificate in the CSU came up, Nigerians suffered the ripple effect all over the world. They started checking the certificate of every Nigerian, from UK to America, from America to Canada. Everywhere Nigerians are working, they started asking them for their certificate. Is that not true? Is that not true, Mr. Okoro? Just because of one man, to tell you what this man has done to us. And shamelessly, he has not even uttered the word to say, "I am sorry." He just pretended, using brute force.
You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that were arrested mentioned, some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Onshokin, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them. You know, when I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yaradua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. We in DI, I was in Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the Commander-in-Chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information.
You see, what this man said in this video is exactly what I have been saying. That the solution to what is going on in Nigeria is not going to come from somebody being the head of the DSS, or from somebody being the head of the EFCC, or the head of INEC, or the head of whatever institution, but the judiciary. You know, the solution to everything going on in Nigeria as a country will come from that one person that everybody is taking order from, which is the president. And that is why I have always told Nigerians, I have always said this, let us work so hard as a people to make sure that we elect somebody that will take the lives of the people of the country very, very serious.
Our problem is religion and social-cultural. I mean, people will expect me to come here and start talking about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017, 2016, I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I told them, General Onshokin then, that the challenge we have in this country cannot be solved the same way we solved the problem of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta problem was solved during Yaradua time, basically by me. And I told them that we can't use that same template for Boko Haram. I told General Onshokin to look at the center of gravity of the problem. And we all came together. I was made a member of the committee, including Atahiru that just died was a member of that committee in 2016, 2017. And we came to a conclusion after several arguments. And the arguments were three. To identify the center of gravity of the problem, one group said it is the fighters, the Boko Haram fighters are the center of gravity, so we should go after them. Another group said the center of gravity of Boko Haram is Abubakar Shekau. So if we go after Abubakar Shekau, then the problem of Boko Haram will be solved. I took exception to the group. I said that is not the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram insurgency that we were having between that 2012 and 2017. And General Onshokin asked me, allow me, why are you giving problem? What is the problem? Give us the answer. And I told General Shanka, if I tell you the answer, you are not going to be able to solve the problem. He said, what is the problem? He said, the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us. Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yep. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we, who
I was in the military intelligence. Okay. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that Buhari government has refused to try them?
So the government knows sponsors of Boko Haram?
Of course, we know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan, and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial?
So the Bureau de Change operates on the one hand, but you particularly said people in government. Are those part of the Bureau de Change, or those people that you say are in government are still there, government is aware, and government is condoning them?
The people I mentioned that are in government are not these ones they just arrested. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012.
Yeah.
And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Onshokin, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah, Commodore.
So the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipment that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence, and we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, and when they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay. Well,
they did not buy this equipment up to. No.
Okay.
Wọ́n ní bàbá wa, bàbá T-Pain, ó ti fohùn sókè, ó ti gbóhùn sókè. Pé gbogbo yánmọ̀yánmọ̀ rádaràdá tí Donald Trump ń sọ torí fó fẹ́ gbé epo, ó fẹ́ control wa ní. Irọ́ ló ń pa. Ẹ̀yin ará mi, ọmọ ìyá mi ṣe gbọ́ ohun tí bàbá Tinubu wí. Ó lóun ò fẹ́ kí Amẹ́ríkà control wa o. Èmi náà fọwọ́ sí i. Kì wá ń ṣe Amẹ́ríkà nìkan. Bàbá Tinubu tí ò fẹ́ Amẹ́ríkà, tí àwọn Fúlàní ń pa wá lórí ilẹ̀ wa láti bí ọdún méjì àbọ̀ tó ti wọ́ sórí àpèrè. Bàbá Tinubu ò sọ nǹkan kan sí o. Kò béèrè fún help o. àwọn DSS ò pa wọn ò tí ì mú èèyàn kan lóhun rẹ̀ kan gbójú ẹ̀ síta. Bàbá Tinubu wá ń pariwo United States of America. Bàbá Tinubu fún ara ẹ̀ yẹ̀yìn ara mi, hypocrisy wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, àbòsí wà lọ́wọ́ bàbá yìí, mọ̀nàfìkì ó wà lọ́wọ́ bàbá yìí, àgàbàgebè ó wà lọ́wọ́ bàbá T-Pain. Bàbá Tinubu kan náà yìí ló fa Emmanuel Macron of France máa bẹ́ tó ń tẹ̀lé Macron bí èkúté ilé, tó ń tẹ̀lé Macron bí ẹdìyẹ, tó fẹ́ sọ̀yẹ́ ẹ̀nù, tó ń tẹ̀lé Macron bí pẹ́pẹ́yẹ, àtòun àti ayagba tó ń gbé sílé. Kí ló ń ṣe pẹ̀lú Macron? Ṣebí globalist náà ni Macron tó lọ sí Burkina Faso tó ń wà wọ́n ní gold for more than 60 years tí ò jẹ́ kán lówó fi tọ́jú ìlú. Bàbá Tinubu gbé Macron sẹ́yìn o. Òun kan náà ló gbé Shaguri, Ronald Gilbert Shaguri, àwọn criminal ní Lebanon ló gbé sẹ́yìn. Bàbá Tinubu ò gbé sẹ́yìn nìkan o. Bàbá Tinubu ti talẹ̀ Yorùbá, bábíìtì Yorùbá mo tuntun sọ. Bàbá Tinubu ti ta bábíìtì Yorùbá fún àwọn Shaguri, àwọn olè. Ẹnu mi gbà o, àwọn criminal tí bàbá Tinubu bá dìlì nìyẹn o. Ó ráwọn yẹn kò lé wọn o. Banana Island tó belong to wọn lé ilẹ̀ Èkó ó ti gbé fún Shaguri o. Part of Maiduguri bàbá Tinubu ti tà fún Macron of France o, pé kán wá dá military camp síbẹ̀ or military base ló pè. Ṣe rí pé bàbá Tinubu alágàbàgebè ni, amukumẹ́kọ̀ àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n, kò fẹ́ America but kò mind France kán wá jókòó sórí ilé wa, kò mind àwọn Shaguri kán máa gbalẹ̀ àwọn lọ́nílẹ̀ jù. Shaguri wọ́n ti kọjá ọmọ ìlú, wọ́n ti di onílù. Ronald àti Gilbert Shaguri of Lebanon wọ́n ti kọjá ọmọ Nàìjíríà o, àwọn ló ń rúlu Nàìjíríà fún wa. Bàbá Tinubu wá ń fẹ́ fún wọn ò fẹ́ Amẹ́ríkà, k'Amẹ́ríkà má control òun. Ojoojúmọ́ làwọn Chinese ń wa gold wa nílé Ifẹ̀ kí lẹ rí ṣe sí. Ẹ̀yin bàbá oníkòmọ́kòtọ́ yìí, ẹ̀yin ará mi ẹ máa wo double standard, ẹ máa wo hypocrisy bàbá Tinubu. Bàbá tó ń wo àwọn Boko Haram, àwọn ISWAT, àwọn Lakurawas, àwọn Musibau, àwọn Ahmed tó ń pa wá lọ́sàn-án, tó ń pa wá lóru. A lè sùn nílé wa lóru, a lè jáde láàárọ̀ ká lọ síbi iṣẹ́. Àwọn àgbẹ̀ ò lè lọ sóko, àwọn ọmọge wa ò gbọdọ̀ jáde, wọ́n rape wọn, kidnap wọn. Ẹ kú olórí burúkú wo ni bàbá Tinubu wá ń pariwo ń sìn, tó ń ké bí egbére tó ń gbẹ ní lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Kò tí handle bàbá Tinubu ò handle àwọn tó ń pa wá lórí ilẹ̀ wa o. Wọ́n ní genocide wà Nàìjíríà, àwọn sọ̀ǹgbẹ́tọ̀ bàbá Tinubu nírọ́ ni. Ṣé bàbá Tinubu máa sọ pé àwọn ọmọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Benue ni, or Plateau State ni, or Ìlọrin ni, or lẹ́tà tí àwọn Boko Haram ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ sí wọn lóńdó? Bàbá Tinubu ò mọ kankan bẹ́ẹ̀. Amẹ́ríkà ló wá ń fẹ́ fún sí. Amẹ́ríkà ni bàbá Tinubu ń pariwo mọ́. Ẹ bá mi sọ fún bàbá Tinubu pé kán fi làpálàpá sílẹ̀ o, kán lọ wo orílù wọrápá, kán lọ wo ẹ̀tẹ̀ tó ń jà àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè wọn. Làpálàpá ni bàbá Tinubu rán, ló ń fi gírísì pa lórí. Ẹ̀tẹ̀ ti bò wá, omi ti mú wá dé ọrùn wa Fúlàní ń pa wá ní mẹ́sàn-án mẹ́wàá bàbá Tinubu ń bá wọn ṣe peace ó ń bá Boko Haram terrorist ṣe peace conference àwọn tó wọ́n bá ṣe peace conference wọ́n gbé gbogbo ògbó wọn àti ọta àbọ̀ wọn sọ́rùn wọn ò kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ní wọ́n kọ́ gbà yẹn àwọn Boko Haram ló wọ́n dictate nǹkan tó fẹ́ wọ́n láwọn ti release 50 so kẹ́nìbọ̀dì máa yọ àwọn lẹ́nu kó má dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ṣé ìlú làwà yẹn ṣé ìlú tó lórí wà nìyẹn tí governance ń lọ hegemonic governance pẹ̀lú egregious activities tó ń lọ lórí ilẹ̀ wa bàbá Tinubu wá láyàláyà ó rò pé àwọn ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí Amẹ́ríkà tó yẹ pé tó bá wọlé gan ológun sàn yẹn ní nǹkan tó máa fi defend ara yín àbí embassy ti Amẹ́ríkà níbẹ̀ ẹ rò pé wọ́n ní lásán ni ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ pé nǹkan ogun wà ńbẹ̀ ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan ìjà wà ńbẹ̀ tán bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ aṣọ̀rọ̀ kí ẹ lọ́kọ̀ọ́kọ́ máa jó mọ́ ẹ lórí èmi náà support globalist o kán wá ganu kalẹ̀ sílùú wa gbogbo ìlú ló fẹ́ ganu kalẹ̀ sí Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti mọ̀ yí pé amukú mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ làwọn tó ń lùlù wa wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé tán bá ti dáyà já yín ẹ máa fògànná ni wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ní kan ṣe oníranù irin kò sọ́bẹ̀ ńlẹ̀lẹ̀ ń rìn bàbá Tinubu ìsìn lẹ́nu yín wá mú lẹ́nu yín mú bí razor blade lẹ́sọ̀rí kankan bí ọrùn máṣíìnì Ìgbò lẹ́wà ń pariwo pé Amẹ́ríkà ò lè rúlu yín Amẹ́ríkà ò rúlu yín France tó jókòó tì yín lórí ńkọ́ Lebanon tó jókòó lé yín lórí ńkọ́ àbí Ṣàgúrì àti Ronald àti Gilbert Abẹ́òkúta àbí Ìbàdàn wọn ti wá ẹ̀yin bàbá amukun mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn Chinese ń wa góòlù lọ́tún lọ́sì ní Sambisa kí lẹ ṣe bàbá Tinubu àwọn wo lẹ rò pé ń tàn àwọn wọn lò òpònú tó ṣàyà délẹ̀ torí wọn ò pé tó máa believe gbogbo rádaràdà rédèrèdè tẹ̀ ń sọ lẹ́nu ẹ jẹ́ kọ́wọ́ ọmọ yín bá ṣọ́ kẹ́ kó owó ọmọ yín bá ṣọ́ kẹ́ lọ ask for help bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa checkmate Fúlàní tó ń pa àwọn èèyàn yín torí pé kán bá pa àwọn èèyàn yín tán bàbá Tinubu ẹnu ọ̀nà lé yín ló ń bọ̀ tán bá rí yín ní Aso Rock wọ́n á pàdé yín ní Bọ́dílọ́ọ̀nù àwọn ilé onílé tẹ gbà tẹ sọ di ti yín wọ́n á pàdé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ọmọ àlè tẹ́ ń fọwọ́ òsì júwèlé baba ńlá baba yín oníjẹkújẹ Oliver Twist àgbà òṣìkà àgbà òṣì níyìn ọ bàbá Tinubu àgbàyà ẹ níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ fi ọ̀pá á fi tepúrúlù wọn ìyá yín fún yín lójú gírọ́ọ̀sì ẹ̀yin bàbá rádaràdà rédèrèdè yìí ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi ẹ rí ariwo tí bàbá Tinubu ń pa lórí Amẹ́ríkà bàbá Tinubu ò lè pariwo lé Fúlàní lórí àwọn ọmọ panipani àwọn ọmọ amújẹ àwọn ọmọ abámàlúù sùn àwọn ọmọ amútọ̀ àfihàn fọrí bàbá Tinubu ò lè pariwo lé wọn lórí ó wá jáde síta Amẹ́ríkà ló ń pariwo lé lórí ṣé Amẹ́ríkà ló ń pa wá wọ́n ti fẹ́ gbépo wa èmi kọ́ lẹ ti ń tepo fún wọn lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lófò tẹ́ ẹ ti fi gbogbo owó epo ìlú ẹ ti fi yáwó tán èló lẹ́ ń gbà lórí epo náà epo tí Buhari ti seed for the next 25 years ẹ̀ ní rí epo ẹ lè rówó epo wọ́n ti ya wọ́n ti kówó epo fún yín bàbá onímọ̀kùnmọ̀kùn rádaràdà rédèrèdè ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi ẹ pa oriwo fún bàbá Tinubu kó kọ́kọ́ lọ handle Lakurawas kó lọ handle Islamic State of West Africa Province ISWAP kó lọ handle wọn náà o kó handle Boko Haram kó tó máa gbé ẹnu tìrìpì ẹnu gbàǹgbà ẹnu òbúkọ kó tó máa gbé síta kó tó ní òun fẹ́ bá Amẹ́ríkà yànnàná ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́kọ́kọ́ lọ ṣe ti Fúlàní náà tó bá handle Fúlàní àwọn ọmọ ta fẹ́ sọ fáwọn alákọ̀rí because ní Amẹ́ríkà nìkan ló ń wá lu ẹ o gbogbo globalist náà fẹ́ sẹ́yìn gẹ̀dẹ̀ sí Nàìjíríà lọ́rùn torọ́ ti mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú lẹ̀ ń rò lù wá olórí burúkú nìyí kò sórí kankan tó da lọ́rùn yìí ẹ ní vision ẹ ní mission fún Nàìjíríà ju pé kẹ́ máa jí owó lọ owó tẹ́ máa jí tó yẹ pé pọ́sí lọ́ máa fi rà owó tẹ́ máa jí tó yẹ pé London lẹ́ máa fi ṣe surgery owó òṣìwò lẹ́ wá ń kó owó ìranuwo lẹ́ ń jí àìsàn náà lẹ́ máa fi wò títí tó máa fi pa yín síbi tẹ́ ń lọ àrùn náà lẹ́ fi ń wò surgery náà lẹ́ lọ́ fi ń ṣe tẹ́ bá kúrò ní France ẹ lọ London wọ́n lọ wò yín. wọ́n á lọ pè yín létà bàbá Tinubu ò ní kankan ṣe òyìn ara mi ẹ má jà tán ara wa tẹ́ bá wo ohun tí bàbá Tinubu fẹ́ ṣe ó ń wá all kinds of sidetracks tó máa confuse yín tó máa distract yín so that ẹ ní mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń pa yín lógúnlógún wọ́n ń pa yín lọ́gbọ̀nlọ́gbọ̀n bàbá Tinubu ò ní kankan ṣe òyìn ara mi oníranù ni bàbá Tinubu wọn ò ní kankan ṣe wọn ò ní kankan wọn ò ní ṣe tẹ́ bá wá tẹríba tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan sí bàbá Tinubu sọ ìyà la fa fi jẹra wa o ìyà ni o. ṣé ń gbọ́ mi ẹ̀yin ará mi distraction ni bàbá Tinubu fẹ́ cause so that ẹ ní ráyè wo bí Fúlàní ṣe ń padán fún yín lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ó fẹ́ kẹ́ gbé Amẹ́ríkà dání kẹ́ máa pariwo we don't want America tá a bá fẹ́ Amẹ́ríkà ṣáàtì túlù wa tó fún ara wa aláàfẹ́ lọ bàbá Tinubu ò dá sí wa ó ní Nàìjíríà is indivisible ọmọ àlè wọn níbo ló fi ìyá Fọláṣadé sí ṣé wọ́n ti rìtáyà ẹ̀ wọ́n sáàkì ẹ̀ ní wọ́n divorce ẹ̀ ní wọ́n separate ní I don't know èmi ò mọ fáàbù tán lò ṣùgbọ́n kò síya Fọláṣadé Òjó lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀hún. ìyá Ṣèyí ńkọ́ bàbá Tinubu tó ní Nàìjíríà is indivisible níbo lẹ fi ìyá Ṣèyí sí ṣe divorce ẹ̀ ní abẹ́ ti wọ́ sọnù ó ti kú sọnù ẹ ti fi ṣe ohun tí ẹ fẹ́ fi ṣe ológì ní òru lẹ́yìn náà ẹ ti tara bọ èṣù gbogbo agbára òfò tẹ́ gbà dání ó máa tó yín ti ó máa nà yín agbára burúkú tẹ́ lọ gbà tẹ́ fi ń jẹ wáyà èyí wà lẹ́lẹ́ ẹni kò sí nǹkan ẹ jẹ bótóbótó gbogbo agbára òfò tẹ́ lọ gbà àtàwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn yín agbára yín ló máa nà yín mọ́lẹ̀ èmi ò mọ bọ́lọ́run ṣe fẹ́ ṣe o òun ni à ń pè ní Ọlọ́run tó ń dájọ́ àfẹ́yìn pẹ́ran gbogbo bí tẹ́ sọ wá mọ́ bàbá Tinubu tẹ́ dè wá mọ́ tẹ́ fẹ́ máa ṣe mọ́kùnmọ́kùn rádaràdà rédèrèdè yànnàyànnà lórílẹ̀‐èdè tá a pè ní contraption gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́lọ́ máa tú ó máa jọ níná bí gúgúrú fún yín etí yín á ya tẹ́ bá rò pé bẹ́yà ẹ máa fìyà jẹ wá lọ títí àní rí ọ̀nà gbégbá mo ní kẹ́ tutọ́ ẹ̀ dànù ibi tẹ́ ti ń sá lọ tẹ́ gbé plane yín á jábọ́ á di gúgúrú wọn ò ní rẹ́yìn gan lára ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ á tún ṣẹlẹ̀ Ọlọ́run kò fọ̀rùn kẹ́ abati wígwe á tún ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá Tinubu tí ẹ bá ṣọ́ra yín ṣe a máa gbé òdìdí ọ̀run lẹ́yìn lórí ni tẹ́ bá lẹ́ẹ̀rí gbẹ́sẹ̀ kó lọ́rùn wa ẹ̀yin gan ẹ kàn dín nídìí yọ ẹ kàn ìdí nídìí yọ ẹ jẹ bàbá ńlá yà gómọ̀ ṣáàdáyà yà ẹ jẹ́ àyàfi tí ò bá sí Ọlọ́run èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run wà mo mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run wà lóru àná sẹ́ni ó ti já mi sí àwọn nǹkan kan bí ó ti ṣe pé tọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation torí ara tèmi gan ó já mi sí ẹ̀yin ní kẹ́ wọlé tọ̀ Ọlọ́run lọ kẹ́ lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ibi tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó fún yín. ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi ẹ má jẹ́ kí bàbá tí pain bàbá tí trouble bàbá tí chaos bàbá tí depression bàbá tí genocide kàn distract wa. ẹ pariwo síta sí gbogbo àgbáyé ẹ gbóhùn sókè kẹ́ má bẹ̀rù ẹnì kankan. Ọlọ́run sọ fún Jeremiah ó ní kó má wojú wọn jọ lọ sàn tó ń rán yẹn tó o bá dẹ̀ lọ tó ń ṣe sìmẹ̀sìmẹ̀ ìwọ gan máa dójú tì ẹ́. torí náà ẹ̀yin ará mi ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi dédé tẹ́ ń gbóta ohùn síta tẹ́ ń gbójú síta ẹ má bẹ̀rù. The Lord has not given you the spirit of fear. Ó wà nínú 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. He has not given you the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power, spirit of love, and a disciplined mind. Orí tó pé, orí wa pé àmọ́ tá à ń ṣe o. Pàálà fẹ́ lọ, kò ń ṣe ti gbéraga tí ń ṣe ti yá ọ. Torí pé ó ti sú wa lórí ilẹ̀ one evil Nigeria, one contraption, one decadent country. Tí ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ò tó ti polúṣe. Ẹ bá mi sọ fún wọn pé ilé tó lọ a fẹ́ lọ lé wa. Tí bàbá Tinubu ò bá fẹ́ lọ tó sì fẹ́ bá wọn máa mú tọ̀, àwọn máa mú jẹ, àwọn máa panimáyọ̀dà, àwọn Fúlàní, àwọn ọmọ Kabal, abámàlúùsù tó bá sì fẹ́ bá wọn ṣe kó pín orílẹ̀-èdè kó tẹ̀lé wọn lọ. Ó jọ wọn náà rágàmá lizard ojú wọn ni ojú Fúlàní lójọ wọ́n ti sọ pé ọmọ Ìrágbìjí ni wọ́n fojú jọ Fúlàní so kan bá Fúlàní lọ a dáàṣì bàbá Tinubu fáwọn Fúlàní kan jọ lọ ṣe tó bá fẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn. But as far as we are concerned, we have no time for their idiosyncratic nonsense. We are sick and tired of the shenanigans of both the Fulanis and the saboteurs among ourselves. Àwọn saboteurs wà láàrin wa o. Àwọn saboteurs wọ́n wà láàrin wa. Tí bá ní kí máa dárúkọ wọn fún yín, ó yẹ kẹ́ mọ̀ wọ́n. Àwọn saboteurs tán ti torílẹ̀-èdè bàbá ńlá bàbá wọn. Àwọn ọmọ àlè. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n dárúkọ wọn fún yín, some of them mo ti dárúkọ wọn rí. Wọ́n tún fẹ́ pàdé àpòpọ̀, wọ́n tún pàdé àpòpọ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ Fúlàní. Wọ́n pera wọn ní Socialist Labour Party or support. Professor Olóròdé ní pé gbogbo prof tẹ́ gbà, gbogbo òwe tẹ́ ka ẹ̀ ní làákàyè ẹ̀ lọ́gbọ́n lórí. Wọ́n Nàìjíríà lẹ́lẹ́ dúró sí. Wọ́n ní Drew Bovey ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ fún yín. Ọmọ Bìrìtìkó òun lẹ gbé dání, òun làdmí nìyí tó ń fa èèyàn yọ ẹ̀rí pọ̀ máa lè nìyí. Àwọn tó kó yín lẹ́rú náà lẹ́tọ́ sì fi ṣọ̀ká lórí yín. Professor Olóròdé ọmọ àlè nìyí. I don't know you, but ẹ lọ sórí YouTube channel kẹ lọ wo ohun tí mo ti sọ sí àwọn olórí wa. Tó bá jẹ́ kára yín kọ́ olórí ọmọ Yorùbá, olórí burúkú nìyí. Olórí burúkú nìyẹn. Sọ́ni Dewey Bovey ìkankan náà ni wọ́n. Àwọn ọmọ Bìrìtìkó, àwọn ọmọ Fúlàní, àwọn lẹ pàdé àpòpọ̀ lẹ pera yín ní Socialist Labour support. Ṣé support kí Fúlàní máa pa wá? Ó di support mélòó tẹ fún àwọn tí wọ́n pa? Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú professor ẹni àná ìwé olórí burúkú tẹ kà tí ò wúlò fẹ́ dà. Kò wúlò, ìwé yóò wúlò. Ẹ lọ wọ àwọn tó kàwé ní orílẹ̀-èdè ayé kẹwọn tó fi ìwé wọn ṣe. Olórí burúkú nìyí Professor Olóròdé. Tọ́rọ̀ yín bá dé ẹ̀yin ló máa gbé. Olórí burúkú nìyí, ẹni àná nìyí, ẹni èpè nìyí, ẹni àdánwò nìyí lórílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mr. Abiodun Odu Ṣọlá Mosu ní àbí Odu Mosu yìí kì í tẹ́ bá jẹ́ ń bẹ̀ wọ́n lẹ́yìn náà admin ẹ̀ ń fà wọ́n yọ àwọn tó bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ kò bá kùn gbé fún yín ẹ yọ wọn olórí burúkú kan náà nìyí Abiodun lèmi náà jẹ́ bọ̀tì ọdún dáadáa lọ́dún mi mo fi ń ṣe nǹkan dáadáa ni olórí burúkú lẹ́yìn. Mr. Nurudeen Ayinde wọn ládùmínì náà lẹ́yìn náà ẹni tí ò bá ti tẹ́ yín lọ́rùn tán sọ̀rọ̀ tó tẹ́ yín lọ́rùn ẹ yọ wọn kò mbẹ̀ mo tún repeat ẹ olórí burúkú ni gbogbo yín ẹ kàwé ẹ kàlàkàì ẹ kàwé ẹ níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run Ọlọ́run á jẹ́wọ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ fún yín ẹ ní lébọ̀ kú ni ẹ lébọ̀ tọmọtọmọ tìyàtìyà tí Fúlàní máa fi gbé orí yín bọ́lẹ̀ ṣé ẹ̀yin lẹ fẹ́ máa support Fúlàní lẹ́ ń support ká dúró sórí wọn Nàìjíríà máa happen sí yín ọ̀kí Fúlàní happen sáwọn ọmọ yín. ẹ wá wí tán ní chauvinism ethnic jingoism làwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ń pariwo Fúlàní tí ò fẹ́ kẹ́nìkan kó wà lórí ilẹ̀ tó ẹ́ pòun nìkan ló fẹ́ òun ò wà chauvinist ọkọ̀ wà chauvinistic. Nkechi ọmọ yan mẹ́rẹ́ Nkechi ọmọ yan mẹ́rẹ́ ṣó ò tí ì gbọ́ pé wọ́n ń pa wọ́n lórílẹ̀‐èdè ẹ àwọn ESN ni ẹ ń fàyà wọn lọ́tún lọ́sì olórí burúkú ẹ ìwọ náà tún jọyìn wọn àṣàṣà akọ́ṣìbérò ní gbogbo yín akọ́ṣìbérò bíi ọkọ̀ típà ọkọ̀ mọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀ òun nìwọ náà ọmọ kobo káyín ìwọ náà wá ó pàdé àpòpọ̀ máwọn tán ní wọ́n Nàìjíríà ẹ wá pa pàdé àpòpọ̀ náà pẹ̀lú Shehu Sani ọmọ Fúlàní kò sí kú tó àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ ló máa support torí náà lórí burúkú yìí ṣe pọ̀ ẹ rorí jinlẹ̀ wọn ò fún yín lọ́mọrógun lé ẹ ní síbí wọ́n máa là mọ́ yín lórí torí yín máa jí ẹ ti ya wèrè. Mr. Kọ́lé Àmọ̀wó èwo lẹ́yìn ṣe ẹ máa mọ́ níjọ́ tí ilẹ̀ bá mọ́ bá yín Mr. Kọ́lé Àmọ̀wó níjọ́ tí ilẹ̀ bá mọ́ bá yín ẹ̀rí Ọlọ́run ìtúkọlọ̀ ó máa jáde sí ibi iná ni yìí tó máa jó bí gúgúrú ó pọ̀ nù yín. Mr. Túndé Balógun of Social Labour Support ẹni òfò ní gbogbo yín o òfò lẹ́yìn.